See, something has really bothered me for a while, and I don't think people give so much attention to it, as much as it deserves. I don't know why some parents think it's cute for their children, whether they're fostering them or they're their biological children, I don't know. But I don't understand why they think it's a flex for their children not to be fluent in their native language. I don't know, like prior to this video, right, I have thought about it countless times and I couldn't just make sense out of it. Because I go to schools and I see parents and teachers, and it's a norm where they brag about how their children can't speak their dialects, like they're not fluent in it. And they think it's a thing of joy. I mean, it's cute, or I don't know why. I just want to know why. Please, you can drop in your thoughts in the comment section, because right now I genuinely do want to understand. I don't think there's any other, like, it's just an advantage of just knowing how to speak English. That is it, to be able to communicate with people of like different race and people of different tribes and all that. That is the only reason I think is valid, for one's child to learn English. But I don't understand the buzz behind parents not wanting their children to learn how to speak Igbo. You are doing yourself, you're not doing anybody. To be honest with you, you are doing yourself. It is better that as your child is learning English, let them learn their native language. Because see, there's one thing about this life. You can never get it entirely right. So the best thing to do is to acquire as many knowledge as possible. Do you know that if your children cannot speak their local dialects, they don't have an identity? Oh my God, I saw a very heartbreaking video on the internet. I think that was even what prompted this video. I saw a video on the internet and the child was, apparently was born and bred in UK, and he was asked his name. He said, "Where are you from?" He couldn't understand. Ebekisi, he didn't understand. And then he had to call his dad, and the way he went about it was even more embarrassing. He was like, "Dad, come over here and tell them where you're from. Come and say the name of your village." Like, it was so embarrassing that I had to scroll up immediately. I wasn't there, but I was so embarrassed on their behalf. Why do you think not giving your children identity is good? The only thing they can say in their local dialect is just their name and nothing else. You are obviously not an English, you're not from the UK, you're not American, and your children cannot identify with their roots. Like they're not conversant with things here. They can't say any other word apart from their names. They're not rooted here and they're not rooted there. So it automatically means that your children have no identity. The only identity they know is, "Oh, I'm from Nigeria." They don't know, okay, at most, "I'm from Imo State." They don't know where in Imo State. They don't even know your name as their parents. They just know only their name. Like, that's the only thing they know about their culture. That's the only thing they know about their origin. They don't know anything else. Anything else is not their business. And you're fine with that. Kudos to those ones abroad who teach their children how to speak, their local dialect, and also teach them one or two things about culture. But you see those ones, let me even excuse those ones that stay abroad. Do you get? Because circumstances, environment and everything must have made it difficult for them to imbibe that culture in those children. But these people who stay in this country, and as a matter of fact, they don't even stay in Lagos, somewhere, that is dominated by Yorubas, or stay in the north that is dominated by, the northern people. These people might be living in Anambra, or they're living in Port Harcourt, or, within, and your children doesn't know how to speak their local dialect, and you think it's good. It is very worrisome, it is laughable, and it's very, very embarrassing. You shouldn't be proud that your children cannot speak their local dialect. There are children who speak Igbo, they're very fluent in Igbo, they're very fluent in English, they're very fluent, like very, very fluent. You can have, a lengthy conversation with them in their local dialect, and you can also do that in English, and the situation or the conversation won't feel weird, like you comfortably have, engage them. It's really bad. It is really bad. Talk about when you and your kids are in a place that, like in an English dominated area. Maybe you are in UK and you're outside and you're surrounded by the whites, the blacks who doesn't speak your native language, and you need to, like, convey a thought, or you need to have this sharp discussion or this quick discussion with your children, and you cannot say, because you know that the only dialect that's there on the only language that you can speak in is English. If you speak Igbo, they won't understand. And if you try to say that to them in English, every other person within the surrounding is going to understand you. So you just keep mute. You now get home and you discuss. You cannot give your children, like, you cannot talk to them outside where there are other, ethnic groups, there are other people from different races. You cannot talk to your children. You cannot communicate with them effectively. So you have to withhold whatever you want to say until you get home. Is that not so discomforting? What are you people thinking? Well, it's your children. Whatever you like, do with them. But I find it rather absurd. That's why I'm making this video. But it's fine. It's your children, so go ahead and do whatever you like. Bye.